Thank you very much. I am here with Sneaky. Sneaky, fifth time is the charm. You make it to the semifinals, a huge, huge, huge achievement. How do you look back on what you guys did in the games versus the Freaka Freaks today?
Yeah, we played pretty well. We were able to come back from deficits. I think games 2 and 3, like we were losing out a bit, but we kept our mental strong and we ended up winning out. It was super amazing. And yeah, it's first time getting to semis for NA and for us. Like I've been here in quarters 5 times now and always fallen a bit short. Last year was the closest one, and yeah, we're finally able to make it. It's pretty insane. I'm really happy.
It seems like hard work does really pay off. A lot of people have talked about how it can be quite a grind going from the gauntlet to the play-ins to the group stage to this, and the schedule is so compressed. But you guys seem to go from strength to strength. Why is that?
I think it might just have to do with our learning process. Maybe other teams... actually, no, I was going to say maybe other teams don't have as good learning process, but G2 and EDG are also looking really strong, and they also did the same thing as us. So I think it just proves that a lot of teams are adaptable, and going through more games in Worlds is actually pretty beneficial, even though it's a lot more risky, because they're like, yeah, we could get eliminated before Worlds even starts. So I mean, I like it and I don't like it.
Well, it is paying off. In the semifinal now, when you look at the playing field, you know, you have an IG, a Fnatic, an EDG, possibly a G2. What do you think sets you guys apart from all the teams that you may be meeting when it comes to the actual game?
Well, originally when we were coming to the tournament, I thought our, I guess our trait would be proactive aggression, but we couldn't really show it at first, and it took a lot of time. And now I think it's really coming out, and we're able to show that. But also, those other teams are super aggressive too, and I think that's just like the winning thing for this Worlds is aggression. Because have you seen all the Korean teams? Like they try to play it slow, they try to play around the vision, but then everyone just goes for the fight in darkness. So it's something we've had to learn, and I think we're really good at now. So I like our aggression.
Yeah, I mean, I like it too. Final question, how does it feel to have the weight of the NALCS on your shoulders, the fact that you could be the first NALCS team to win the World Championship?
Yeah, that's actually nuts. I didn't really think it would be too possible coming in to Worlds, because you know, we always falter at quarters, and all the Korean teams usually look so strong, but this year it's so up in the air that I'm really confident now that we can win it all.
Thank you very much, Dash. I'm here with Svenskeren. Sven, you guys did it, and you didn't just do it. You 3-0'd Freaka, and you're in your first semifinal ever. What does it mean?
It means a lot to me because I was stuck in groups for 4 years straight, and I just never were able to get through that phase, really, where you have to... The groups were so hard for me. I don't know why. I just weren't able to play my own playstyle on the world stage, but this time we as a team are just able to play super well together, and we're all on the same page. Nobody's tilting if they start losing in the side. Like you saw Licorice this games, like even though they were playing to top side and we were playing to bot side, he was able to stay in the game, and I'm really proud of him for that, so yeah.
Well, I do want to talk a bit about your personal performance, because you absolutely carried the first 2 games and did fantastic in the 3rd one. And you've gone through a lot. You know, you were in SK, you were in TSM. You already talked about the team. But what is it in them that enables you to be such a good player at this World Championship?
I think we just were able to get on the same page. I think week 1 of groups, we were a super bad team, but we just realized, okay, why did we go here if we're just going to play to not lose? So we just, okay, everybody like, okay, we're going to keep fighting. We actually don't want to go home. So yeah, I think our playstyle is just super good because we just keep fighting and we contest everything. If something's up on the map, we're not going to give it over. And I think a lot of the Asian teams, they're not used to that. Like the Korean teams, they usually just sit back and like wait for late game, but we just really want to fight and just win the games early. So yeah, I think I'm just able to shine because my team just has my back and they just want to fight with me early game.
Lovely. It looks to be working out. I do think you need some help in drinking water, the sippy cup. What's going on? 2 games now. Come on, tell us.
I blame the cup thingy. It's like closed, so I have to like open it, and I mean, I don't know. I blame the cup. I think I'm pretty good at drinking, so it's not my problem.
All right, on a more serious note, though, this is huge. You seem pretty calm because it seems like you guys just are completely on the same page, as you say. Now, when you look further and you look at the teams that are remaining in the World Championship, and especially RNG and KT are out, it's anyone's game. How do you feel compared to all the other teams that are left, and what can NA dream of?
I mean, I think Fnatic looks super strong. We're going to see in the next series, but I think definitely anyone can win Worlds this time around. It's super exciting, and I think for next year it's going to be so hype for the West because every time in the past, all the Western teams were just like, well, it doesn't matter what we do, Korea's going to win, so we might as well not try hard. But seeing the West go so far in Worlds, I think it's going to motivate the whole West to just do a lot better for next Worlds. So even though we don't win the next one, then I'm just excited to be here and like make the West have more hope.
Hey, you still have that best of 5 and you can do it. Can you say it? Can Cloud9 win Worlds?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody can win, so we're definitely up there too. So if we are on a good day, I think we can definitely beat the rest of the teams at Worlds, yeah.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Fantastic performance on the day. Svenskeren and Cloud9 bring NA to the semifinals for the first time in 7 years.
We're going to send it over to Shocks for an interview.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm here with Rekkles, who has made his second semifinal ever. Finally, more importantly, has made it with Fnatic and beat EDG. How do you feel?
I feel surprised. I thought it would be easier than it was. I was very surprised with how clean they actually played. Like, I'm so used to the Chinese teams being over-aggressive and making a lot of mistakes in the later stages, but EDG actually played a pretty clean macro game, if you ask me. And I think we only really edged them out in terms of mechanics, which is very weird to say for a team like us, but at the same time, I'm happy to see that we can actually do that as well, and it's not only like the teamwork that gets us somewhere, but actually individual members stepping up as well.
Well, I was about to say, I didn't mean to throw any shade, but it felt like this wasn't the same Fnatic that I saw beating IG twice in a row and being super decisive. So you already said EDG was definitely very strong. What was kind of off in your team? Did you not feel as online as you did in those previous games?
I think we honestly just weren't in the zone today. I could feel it already in the first game where, like, normally when someone makes a play on us, we are really fast at figuring out what we need to do as a response. If it's like matching them when they come for me in the bot lane, for example, and fighting them there, or just going mid to top as an answer, we're always usually like pretty fast at figuring out what we need to do there. But in the first game, we just let them take over. We didn't make any answers, so I could feel that something was off in the first game, which is why I was so happy to see that we could actually pick up like the most important games in my eyes, which is game 2 and game 3, because that puts you in a momentum swing. And then in game 4, I think we didn't even play that well. They just kind of seemed stressed out. They were walking in and making a lot of mistakes. But in the other games, I would definitely say that they played better than expected.
All right, all realistic, but now let's turn it on the positive, because this has been an amazing Worlds for you guys so far. And you came to me before the match, and you were very confident. You said, am I getting this interview after? Because I think we're going to win. Can you talk to me a bit about the 2018 Rekkles, who is confident in himself and in his team's abilities to possibly take the World Cup home?
So a lot of people think that at MSI I was underperforming, which I definitely agree with. But at the same time, I could definitely feel like I was ready to play with these guys. I didn't feel like I was completely outclassed. I mean, I was definitely not having my best games, but I could keep up. I could understand what they were doing and where they were coming from. And when that happened versus Uzi, I thought that, like, now I'm ready. I can actually just, like, I can be the best in the world. So I tried really hard over the summer, even though I wasn't playing, to work on the team aspects, because I knew that if I were to figure out how we can be the best team in the world, then we can win the whole thing. So I would definitely say that, like, it's going to happen now. Like, I can feel it. We're going to make it all the way.
All right, then. Well, Uzi isn't there anymore, so that's a plus. But C9 actually did make very quick work of a Freak of Freaks earlier on. How do you feel about that NA-EU matchup? It is something that the fans' dreams are made of, but that may also bring a lot of stress with it.
Honestly, I don't really care that it's C9 we're going up against. I feel like that's more for the fans, but I'm very happy for the West. I feel like, especially towards my European teams, I have a lot of respect. I think they have all done amazing work this Worlds, like especially Vitality, who don't get the same sort of spotlight that we do since we made it further, made like an amazing run in their group stages already. So I feel kind of proud actually to be representing the West this time around, which is something that usually doesn't happen. So it's cool that we get to play or get to see a Western team in the finals and get to play C9 in the semis.
Fantastic. I think that was it. Congratulations. Great job. A calm and collected Rekkles after booking a semi-final ticket.
North America has dared to dream for many, many years. Cloud9 so often tasked with making it to this moment and moving forward and coming up short again and again. Mid lane. The flash in the mid lane going for Kuro right away. He can't get away from the chain. Ignite is on. He's not 6. Juicer's really low. This could be a dive and a kill, and he's got him. Sneaky, a solo kill under the turret. Sneaky Lucian. This could be the solo kill, and indeed it will. We are into game number number 2. Forgot this is the taste he would like as the health bar is low and the second solo kill of the top lane.
I have on him. Is that Victor attack? Save me. Nice.
The ult, they're low!
I'm killing. Play Lucian. I'm down here, most likely.
Has to get away from the turret. He's close to dying. He's got to watch out for this one. Oh, James!
I'm moving. Look at parity, 50. Good try.
Oh, the gun Orn! Ziggy forced to run. Snipe down by Kramer. And the last vestige of Korea has been destroyed. Cloud9 will make it to the semifinals. A 3-0 sweep. The first time in 7 years.
The last quarterfinal, the winner will face down Cloud9, and it is Fnatic versus Edward Gaming. Caps now. Oh! Now remember, Caps flashed over the wall. He needs to get this stun. A flash over from iBoy. Scout continues to look for Rekkles. The chains will find him. Mako will set it up. Ray! Cypher power, buys some time! Not enough, and Ray gets the solo!
Holy shit, face!
Now Ray, looking to jump in the pit, there's no smite available. Ray goes in! Gets Caps on rampage! That's a great stun from iBoy. Killer instinct into death! iBoy suicide! He flies into Fnatic! He gets done! Here comes Haro, Sonic Wave, he finds target. The knockup catches onto Hilly, resonating strike.
I'm out. Go, Stop.
The Nexus is being focused down, and Fnatic, the last standing world favorite, will advance to face Cloud9.